and other frequencies across the country and also on our social media platform on LNTV Liberia Live. And congratulations to us as well, hitting 100K viewers or audience. Let's hope in the coming months, weeks, and years, we will be hitting million. Now we have in studio a prominent son, in fact, a clever one at that, from Riverside County. He's so passionate about issues in Riverside, Mr. Hilary Mento. Welcome to the program, Hilary.
Thank you, Pelin. It's a pleasure being in your Cousin studio and being on the state radio.
Okay. How is it there? Back home?
Our Riverside is fine. I left Riverside on the 26th morning. I left Riverside by 5:30 in the morning because I wanted to be part of the national celebration, and so I came to Monrovia.
Okay. How is it there?
Our Riverside is fine, and I think Riverside is recovering from backwardness. We are going forward, and so we are grateful. Then, if you look at the history in terms of Riverside's development, Riverside were kind of creeping. We were narrowly creeping between the corridor of development, but we thank God that time. But I was surprised. Under the George Weah regime, Riverside is recovering. And so we are grateful that now Riverside is resurrecting highly in terms of development. So we are grateful to this regime.
But there are critics who are saying that nothing is happening under this regime in Riverside County.
And that is why I have come to debunk. You will understand politically when people will see oppositions as a professional career that they cannot resign from, then they look for things and to make up story with. Let me just tell you, these are people who do not know Riverside. But if you look at the formations of Riverside since we came from underground Bassa as a territory now, a county since in 1986, Riverside is making now, there is under this regime, there is the first of a kind that we are making a rapid and clever move in terms of development. Riverside had never benefited from anything that we call housing unit. Riverside had never benefited from anything that we call street light. Riverside had never benefited from anything that we call teachers quarter. Riverside had never benefited from anything that we call nursing quarter.
And who is providing those things?
Let me say this. I am grateful for this regime. I want to say this is George Weah. You know why? George Weah is the president of the Republic of Liberia, and his mother hailed from Bablozone, a section within Riverside. And this president has a presidential power to the point, sons and daughter. And this president had appointed well-meaning sons and daughter of Riverside County, and that many of them are now looking back. Let me just give you name of very few. If you look at the public works, Madam Collins Coker is a daughter of Riverside County. She here from away. Now she have introduced
Ruth Coker Collins.
yeah
From
yeah
Riverside County.
yeah Ruth Coker Collins.
Okay.
She from Riverside from Moway district. Now she attach important to Riverside, making sure that if you look at Riverside road connectivity, they will say then but now Riverside is caught up because it mud. But she making sure that Riverside is not caught up this year. You see that? So she contributing to Riverside.
The last time I saw pictures of her on the road herself.
That's right. So we got yellow bitch even on the road. Now our road is correct. Can you imagine? I told you I left Riverside early in the morning, the 26th, to come and attend the national celebration. That's how it is. And besides that, she has committed herself on laying out Sesto City, making a principal street for Sesto City all the way coming down. So you see why it is? So she's working on that. Besides that, the president had also appointed Honorable Bill Tuawe, who happened to be the managing director of the MPA. First of a kind that a man is saying, if the president appoints me to such a Herculean position, I will give back to Rivers as where I come from. This is the first time that we have benefited a 30 housing unit from a man that been appointed by the president, Bill Tuawe. Now, this is the first of a time that Bill Tuawe introduced a street light in Sesto City. Not only in Sesto City, in major towns of Riverside County.
Critics are saying those are politically motivated.
When they talk about political
That
motivation,
driven by political ambition of.
what about it? Is it wrong for anybody to grow? We are in the world of politics. Even the political appointment that the president gives is the political positions. So what do you expect? Look, people that we elected in the county, they came under the influence of politics, under the umbrella of politics, and they were elected to these worthy positions. Why did they give back to Riverside? So if a man come and say, okay, for example, if that was to be true, like what you're saying, and we say, look, I want to become what I am, I'm growing a political ambition.
That's what they are saying.
And then
that
he
means-
gave back to Riverside. So what does that mean? But let me give a real story of that. In Riverside County, Honorable Bill Tuawe have now grown and a political ambition to even declare to the people of Riverside to say, I want to become this person. Absolutely not. But if you were to do a comparative analysis with the position that he has now as a managing director, or and then with whatever maybe a representative or a senatorial position, then you will know we are in a position that is more liquid. So there will be no reason why Bill will want to contest senatorial
But
elections.
sometimes,
But this is
sometimes
what
it's not about the,
but this
the
is what we
lucrative
have
nature
decided.
of the job, but the prestige as a senator.
Let me tell you, Bill is not dreaming of that. It is we as conscious-minded citizens of Riverside County. This guy has unveiled what they call development to us in the county. This is a man who introduced a modernized development in our county. So our elders, our sons, our women, we had a meeting and said, look, this guy, we cannot allow the guy to leave our head. Saying this guy is developmental oriented, we need to build a circle of unity around this man that the man will do more. So what we did, we fashioned in different units, and we went to Bill. We said, Bill, we are wanting you to become our senator. This is the only way we can pay you back. You are the one who opened our. If you went to where we have the 100-bedroom
And did
hospital,
he agree?
this is a man who is building a nursing quarter. First of its kind in the history of Riverside County. The man is yet to even respond positively. And we are on our knees praying that the divine God will move the mind of this man to lead that liquid job to come to serve as a senator for Riverside County. And if he does that, then it will call for patriotism. And he will forever be remembered in the history of the people of Riverside County. And that's why we're praying. Now, people who are on the other side of the divide, they want to bring in a negative polity and to denigrate Bill so he cannot accept, because they too have the ambition to contest
And what is the
senatorial
negative
election.
policy you're talking about?
I want to rubbish all of the good things he done for the people of Riverside, saying he's not doing it because he want to do it, but he want to become a senator. So they're doing that so they can rubbish all of the goods he done for Riverside. Can you imagine? But we are saying those are the negative politics. It's a thinking that come from the high level of the devil. And we are not going to allow that to happen in our capacity of Riverside as a Riverside citizen. And more especially the conscious-minded citizen. We are not going to allow that. And so I was sent by conscious-minded citizens of Riverside County so we can debunk those of them that crying, that amplifying that the president has not done anything. We are saying everything that the president, that Bill Tuawe is doing and has done, as compared to Madam Rukoka Collins and others like Madam Somara and other sons and daughters that are contributing back home, we are going to attribute everything they've done to the president. Why? Had it not been the presidential appointing power, we wouldn't have experienced those development. So we are blessed by the president. And we are surprised. You know why we're so surprised?
And I think the president has also charged his officials, his cabinet, to help spread development across the country.
Can you imagine?
To the
So,
PhD.
so per the mandate of the president, and these gentlemen, if they are performing per the mandate of the president, then why would someone come and say to somebody that the president has not done anything in Riverside County? So we are saying it's laughable. Those are political comments meant to detract people who are practicing high level of patriotism that will develop Riverside. So I come to the bone now and I want to say we are surprised by what the president is doing. It comes unexpectedly. Why do I say so? Let me tell you, in how much of the president is a son of Riverside County, but we never voted the president 100% in Riverside County. So politically, if the president was a political minded person who will now have the forgiving spirit, he said, my mother here from the county and I didn't get 100% vote on this place. So why should I do it for Riverside County? We were driven by the late Councilor Bruskin because we felt he spoke the dialect to us. So we were under the influence of that. So it is a Liberty Party that won 100% in Riverside County. So you see that, and the CDC President George Wilkins second. But all of
So you
that,
want to change it around this time around.
oh man, we are 100%. We are, because if you have seen what is available and visible, the visibility of the development that George Weah is carrying on in our county, we can assure you, our children, foster children, our residents, those of all of our people residing in Riverside County, I want to see the opposition that are going to take maybe 12%. Let me see. And I'm not speaking politics, I'm speaking reality. I left Monrovia, I'm now residing in Riverside. I speak reality.
Does your view reflect the general thinking of the people of Riverside County?
Here you were, then I charge you in your capacity as a state radio reporter. It is important that you take your LBS microphone to Riverside County and do collections of view. Go to the more remote area, places that the president had been through, those that he appointed to state radio. Go now. There are some of them even in the villages. Okay, Bill Twawe just left from there just recently, where he went to identify with the people on for the July 26th. And now I got information that Honorable Ruth Samara is also in the county as we speak. She's going to identify with the people. Okay, and I also understand that the plan of the public work minister that she's going to do is surprise to the party in that county. I mean the CDC party. Yeah, to surprise the political party.
Well, you're talking about the CDC.
The CDC.
Okay.
So you see that? So there are a lot of things are happening. Then somebody will say, and George, we are going to amplify our voices, our tone. We're going to attribute everything that those individuals, our sons and daughters, those of them that have in government, what they have done on our behalf, as a relate to their position in this government, we are going to attribute it to the president. Had it not been for the president, we wouldn't have experienced those development that we are experiencing. So I want to say, bravo to the president.
Who is Ruth Samala?
Ruth Samala is an assistant minister to the Ministry of Internal Affairs.
Okay.
She's
from Riverside.
She's from Riverside. In fact, she served as former development superintendent on the Ellen regime.
Okay. And I'm sure, but are there other pressing needs? Because I'm sure Bill Twawe alone, or even Ruth Coker Collins joining and the other Ruth, cannot, address all. What are the key pressing needs? If we were to go to the president and you put it on, on this table.
Pelina, look, we did it just a time for Riverside to rise up.
Okay.
And if we cannot rise up under the George Weah administration there, I don't know when we're going to rise up. Because for what have been introduced by Honorable Bill Twawe, under the mandate of the president, look, there are other citizens of Riverside County that we ourselves didn't know at the time. They unveil themselves now and they're trying to emulate the example of the Honorable Bill Twawe. I'm talking about, you see Mr. Josephus, the Wukata Medical Josephus Budget, Land Authority, he's a commissioner there. This man is thinking about Riverside right now. Okay, he's making his way to introduce his own development. Then we're talking about Trocon Rabba, the EPS boss. That is a son of Riverside kind of aware. He is now acquiring a land for another development. This is the place that I went and I saw. Then we're talking about Daniel Siaka, the defense minister. This man acquired from Riverside. He has acquired a big size of land, acres of land, and he has a farm growing. Now we have sons and daughters of that county that are employed in the employ of the defense minister that are working on your farm. Through those things, their life is also turning around. You see that? So Riverside is gravitating. Not only Daniel, but we have Madam Wilhelmina Jala, the health minister. We just been told that she also been unveiled as a daughter of Riverside County. You see where we are?
You made the president reduce that list.
No, it's not. We are wanting to challenge the president even to do more. There are more sons and daughters that are qualified to do to serve this government and to do for Riverside.
At least if you have all these officials going back to build their private homes there.
And that is why
the era of first slave.
And that is why we continue to amplify the name of Honorable Bill Twawe. Thank God for the president for appointing Bill Twawe, and who is introducing modern development that other government officials trying to emulate, to give back into Riverside. So we are grateful. So we want to disassociate ourselves from those who are disseminating negative information about Riverside, stating that the president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency George Manawea, has not done anything from Riverside. We want to deny that categorically, that is a lie from the belly of the devil. It can ever never be accepted by conscious-minded sons and daughters of Riverside County. That is our concern.
What assurances have you gotten from government, maybe through the Ministry of Public Works, about the roads in Riverside County?
Sorry, I wish I knew that I would, the question would account for, I would account with pictorial, and I would account with not only the pictorial but the visual recording, and that would have justified what commitment that the public works minister had made to the people of Riverside County in Sesto City till recent time. So you see, and there are a lot of things God is bringing to our doorsteps. Okay, there are a lot of things that God, and I say this, politically, a George Manawiah is who is a selfless leader. If this may have been other politicians, they wouldn't have think about Riverside, because I said it earlier in my intro that Riverside did not vote President George by 100%, but we voted the Liberty Party 100%. The Liberty Party won in Riverside County. So if the president will come and say, look, this is where my mom came from, my biological mother came from this county, whether they voted for me 100% or not, it behooves me in my presidential power to do for them, to bring Riverside on par with other developed counties. Then I think we are on an obligation in our capacity as citizens of Riverside County to appreciate this president.
Are you saying that cars are moving freely between, let's say, Yapa Town and Greenville?
If I left, look, I don't know whether you know the road between Riverside and the RT and Greenville. As compared to other seasons, past years, this time, you cannot drive it, you can ride a motorbike to go places at RTI or to go places at Sino. So that's why in Tampa, people have always used they put up the piano to send in their goods and all of that. But as now, Madam Coker had carried those machines along the road. This season and the soils that we get, that the road will not be 100% perfect, but the road is pliable, and cars are going in,
and machines are making
intervention. Okay. We have a challenge around somewhere they call knee zoning. And knee zoning is where you live before you go to Neiman Junction. Neiman Junction is just a name of an area in Riverside County. That place was hard challenging. But the madam carried her bulldozer and those things down. I came from there, I was just saying, wow, to God be the glory. You know what we need to do, Pelinda? When people are making strides to change your then condition to a modern present day reality, even if it is not 100% perfect, what you need to do is to exalt them. When you give praises to them, you will motivate them. Then it's motivating.
But not everyone is motivated by praises.
Yeah, absolutely, that's true. But many of them are not doing it because they need praises. But it bounding upon you, you are the beneficiary. That is why you can give back. One of the person is moved by that, but it's bounding upon you. For example, you lifted an invitation to me. I saw it as bounding upon me to do, because this is what I can do to Mama Riverside. While I'm sitting here, it's not for the president, it's not for Bill Twaway, it's not for any of them, but I am contributing days to Riverside because it is where I come from. This is a place where I can never be deported from, no matter what. So if somebody is lifting a marginal development in my county, and if I cannot contribute because of my financial strength, let me come back in my own conscious mind to say, to God be the glory for those that have been moved to do these things, because I am all one of the beneficiaries. So this morning, on behalf of conscious-minded sons and daughters of Riverside County, we have come to lift praises to the president for those of our sons and daughters he has appointed to state power. And for what they are doing, those that are giving back to Riverside, we want to give God the glory to the president for that. And we are hoping that more will emulate the example of those ones that are currently contributing to Riverside.
What is your relationship with the local authorities there in Riverside County?
Hillary Mento, they just permanent son, like you said in your intro. I have a very unbreakable relationship with the citizens of Riverside County, more especially those that are in leadership. So we work together. We are citizens. Look, the issue of governmental position is just a matter of seizing. It's a matter of seizing. When it is yet to come your way, don't envy your friend who is a direct recipient for now. So we put behind us, whether we in position or not, we are working on a national corridor that call for unity. So it's not about position. For me, Hillary Mento, I gave myself to the president of the world. Let me tell you what I do.
And how do you work for the president?
But let me unveil to you. I have given myself as the national interpreter of the president. Anytime the president
Ow.
take a tour to go to the Bass of Bell, where he's going to deliver a key message, I gave myself out of a very sacrificial service to interpret the president. Because when the president speaks the
Pro
English
bono
language,
Basa interpreter.
I learned that nomenclature, and I love to speak my dialect. Look, there are people say, "But Hillary, do you speak the dialect this way?" I say, "Yeah." Despite my level of education, I feel proud to speak my dialect because I read and I write my dialect. So when I gave him my professional understanding in terms of working for the president, interpreting him, I prepare because when the president lifting a political statement, I want it to be diluted, and I want it to be given to those of our mothers, our brothers, our fathers, who will be in a village that cannot understand the political jargons of
And
our
sometimes
president.
you add in your own.
Absolutely not. Then you are not a good interpreter. The only thing you do when the president speaks of a political jargons that the people may not grasp, you have to look for a margin parable in the dialect that will make it easy and understandable to the people. So that's what we specialize in.
And
That's what
it has to be done instantly.
instantly, in a twinkling of an eye, and that's what I specialize in. So I work for the president, and I'm proud to do that. I don't care for pay, whether the president pay me, whether the president doesn't pay me. I ain't happy. The fact of the matter is, I'm doing it for Mama Liberia, and I feel proud to work for the president. Let me give you another surprising information. This Hillary Mantel had never been a member of the CDC. Can you imagine? But for what the president had done, it created.
What about other political parties? Not even one.
If you look at my political affiliation, to be precise, with the elections that brought the president on board, the secrets are it's a hidden, it's an open secret. Hillary Mantel had been the founding secretary general for the political party that called MOVE, that brought Honorable Mill Jones in the political field. So I'm not just a person hiding behind the political corridor, but at a certain level, we fell a little bit apart. So I declared my political will for the presidential bid of Charles Walker Bruskin, because I felt that if the Bassa wins, then I think that would have been another way around for the Bassa speaking county, and that was my little political understanding. But nevertheless, that idea failed me. Honorable Bruskin did not win, and George Weah won the election. And after that, then I got to know that George Weah is also a property of the Bassa people, politically. After that, so I said, and then with those miracle development that George Weah is playing around the length and breadth of the Republic of Liberia, that was enough to place a political evangelism to my pressing. So I declared my membership to the CDC.
And when was that?
Oh, come on, it's been for some time now. And I am the working board for President George Weah. Anywhere I hear him go, except it is not the Bassa Bell, I will make sure to go there. And as soon as he takes the microphone to speak, I'm going to interpret. I don't wait for people to call upon me. I do my work.
You don't wait for protocol?
I don't wait. And I don't the 1 or 2 times. So the protocol now, headed by Madam Fina Bono, they have given me green light.
Okay.
So as soon as they sees me around, they say, yeah, you're the president interpreter. I say, thank God. And I've been recognized. So I feel confident. I feel fine. I'm working for this kind of president. A president that doesn't discriminate. A president that doesn't care of your background. A president that concerned about Liberia moving forward. So for us in our capacity as citizens of Riverside County, everything that we deny the president in the then elections, we are under obligation to give him back in the forthcoming 2023.
We grew up in the classroom together as journalists trained at the LIJ. How come you are no longer journalists and you are deeply involved in politics?
No, I let me just say, I'm still a journalist. That you know, Pelina, if you professionally learn something, no matter whether you practice it or not, it is a profession.
Once a journalist.
Okay, once a journalist, always a journalist.
Great.
And so you said it, Ort, we've been in the classroom and we've been lifting the microphone together. But let's just look at the media world. It's been polluted and a lot of children are there. So while some of us got to give chance to those younger ones that are coming so they can flow. So the only thing I can do now is per my level, and maybe when I say it's not my calling or what, so let me just retire a little bit and do a journalistic work in another capacity. Let me just tell you, if I work for the president, if I interpret the president, how would you call that? That's
That's
another form of
communication.
journalism. I'm doing communication, I'm interpreting. So you see that you place that on a public relation, I'm relating to other people on behalf of the president. So that is another refined form of journalism. So I'm still on the field, buddy.
Okay, so let me announce the numbers so that you can get involved and have your say in the conversation here about Riverside County. 086-588-547, 077-588-547. We have Hilary Mento in studio here. We're discussing about Riverside County. He's here to talk more about ongoing government intervention in the county that people often in the opposition often downplay, according to him. Let's take this caller here. Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Hey, Otelo Beria, the National President of the Anaiso Development Association of Liberia.
You're talking about Jasper Otelo Buedia.
Today is just for Otelo Beria.
Okay, let's hear you, brother.
Yeah, I want to congratulate my brother in the studio there, split on fueling the developmental activities of Riverside County. We are so proud. That's our county. We love the country so much. And again, I want to say thank you to all of the citizens of Riverside County for winning the Miss Liberia 2022-2023 award. And I want to say congratulations to all of you. And Riverside, we are yearning for development, and we want to say thank you to recognize the son of Riverside County, and we will always supporting by the grace of God for more development to take place within the county, Riverside.
Okay, let's take another caller. Hello? Hello? All right, we lost that caller there. 077-588-547 or 0886-588-547. Call us and have your say right here on the program. This is the Super Money Show on State Radio 99.9 and other frequencies across Liberia. Good morning.
Good morning, Frank Pereira, and my brother is I'm E. Armstrong Bapu, Joshua Farm, Campus.
Go ahead, Armstrong.
Yeah, let me say thank you to my brother for the situation. And actually, I said it all. Look, you don't have to work as all you have millions before you go and give back to your country. I want to say thank you to one of your travel. I must say I've been here real estate for the past few months, and I know what the travel was doing there, and I know what the pastor was doing there. Thank you to everyone, and thank you to the president, and we'll stand behind the president. Some of them by the party, whether we get it or not, we'll stand with the president and we'll beyond our limit and re-elect the president. Thank you very much, nigga.
Okay. Yeah, your response to you, brother. Let's hear you. Your name and where you calling us from?
Thank you. Let me say president good morning to the people. My name is John Hussein X. I first connected to on the peace island with the mentor you should live. You are a mentor, thank you. I listen to you, with your any policies, and be very vibrant, all of things in language. And I think you spoke quite well. But I just want to constately that like young people please inspire by your thoughts, towards national development. I hope you are not forgetting Peace Island because this is where you should
The man in the carry the MD there.
Come again?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so I hope you can come because you were an inspiration to many young people. I hope you can take some days to come back and have a little fun while foreign so you can speak to the people and inspire them about national development. Thank you.
All right. I
Wow.
think you are missing your intellectual prowess. You got to visit. You got to go back to the center there and organize a forum once in a while. Let's talk to this caller, then we'll come back to you. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Okay, my name is Prince Stone and I call you from Yapatan this morning.
Okay. In Riverside County.
Yeah.
Thank you for your inauguration this morning. We are listening to you as people of Riverside County.
Mm.
Yeah, our attention has been June. Well, we the more West people, more especially the town of Bodo is town.
Good.
Yeah. The last one, the president went there and he instructed some hierarchy from the county that the representatives to at least make way for the people of Bodo to build or tower. But since then, we are not getting any information. Then you measure go down that was 12 weeks.
Okay.
So we are appealing to you at least to make that connection so that the people of Bodo town can benefit from that as well.
Thank you.
All right. You talk about Bodo, it reminds me about what I've been thinking of. That, a lot of people hear the names of these towns and they want to visit. So road connectivity is key.
No, it's better off now. You can generally in just the 3 hours you will be in Bodohue, what he's talking about. And Bodohue is one of the largest town in Mowe, and that Mowe is in the electoral district number 2 area, and the electoral district number 1 area is one of those places. And that Honorable Bill 12 Ways has started attacking already in terms of development.
Okay.
He's building a housing unit right now in Gliozon. Gliozon is one of the larger towns in Mowe too. Okay, and then there are a lot of things is ongoing. He also creating a virgin road connecting Loking Town in Baso to Kankea, a road that we never dream of. Can you imagine for decades? And from looking from Baso to Kankea, there is a road that we've been praying for. So you see, we benefiting this thing because of because of a presidential appointment power. So if the president has not appointed these men and women, how Riverside citizens would have benefited from these things? So we will continue to amplify our voices and the tributes, all of the meaningful developments to President George Manawia. And I will say the bigger one. I said it. Everything that we then denied President George Weah in terms of the political elections, we are under obligations. Our mothers, our sons, our elders, we're going to make sure to go for every village and speak for one voice. And another thing, in the session Bablo Zone, Baya, where his mother hailed from, the president is now building a modern junior high school to be given to these people. Can you imagine that? And the current senator, Honorable G4 Smith and Honorable Bill Toa, we have decided to introduce a modern road connecting Central City and that of what we call Jardin District. Jardin District is a district where the children have not seen a vehicle before because there's no road. So they are trying to make way. So why would somebody come and say the president has not done anything for our country?
All this happening under George Weah.
Under this George Weah, his presidency.
Okay.
Can you imagine his administration?
Let's take a couple of calls, then we wrap it up here. Good morning.
Good morning. Let me speak to Brother Hilary for the achievement.
Wow, I like that.
It's
It's gotta be somebody who knows me better. Yeah, somebody who knows me better. He knows me better.
I know you by name, and you may know me by name. My name is Anthony Sebuko.
Oh.
You the Radio 5
Yeah,
program.
I'm aware now.
Okay, so I think I ever so very mental. We got to work together, and I love what all you have seen this morning. It's nothing but the truth because you are not part of CDC, and you used to give help to the CDC.
Sure.
In talking, not abusing.
Good.
So let me make it space. So people when I say, oh, you used to get by one, but thank God ever so much that we realized our disappointment way back from Riverside, and development is now for Riverside County.
Good.
For the last information, I already organized an association with language and data and now the Republic of Liberia, and the corporation has been given to us.
Good.
All that we got to put together. We got to media is part of it.
I was just about to talk about him.
Thank you. I was so much.
So you can place me part of it so we can be doing translation for the president. No, but I can't go anywhere.
Mama, you need to teach me Basel. Because we get our Basel Confederation here.
That's good.
Yeah, I think you need to place a.
But that is our area. I'm not just a Basilan, but I learned how to read and write my dialect, so that is a pride for me.
Okay.
And so before I wrap up, I will disseminate a kind of special information to my people in dialect as soon as you give me the time.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm more getting like you do back a bass on your sensing, jet and you was on the nip of ring by a mark was zopo. On your beonia, do ya want saying we need chubu. Basso didn't say we need to go on there, I say Sunday. I see a man japo, I see a man, I did you. Call or yin, I did a team. Yin the George we are on your new nana some. Oh dear, on your anaquamon. I say, I'm more get Sunday before me. Mu zang. Be present, okay, or you want to be near bound the abbey or more or wenga. I dig a bam, I'm about built 2 away. The roof Coca Collins bear my probably work one in your girl. Okay, no trouble because you never ask when about body. Child guessing, name Wilhelmina Jalabe, Danos Yanka, or Dan Nitrocon Rabobe. Then a gabble about baby, I came wa. Biakawa Pompo, Mupo de Ben Muke Ruamu, or Martin Bear, Ake Zano Panouru, then Yam Kwan, Gedia, Demon Gedia. A Martin Akaba, we are possible and you are the Cabamon, you are here. Nimbo Winda Mandesio. I said, ye mo, de Joe, we are in Tilagamoi, Ninjago in Tiamo ye mo, I saw Trandomo, Kias in as Imra, Cadin Jagamuria. Yeah, I guess what I'm Baba. I said, so that moment, dear. The joy we are more men, Zon, your Amke, okay, so my dear, they are more men. So I want to say I'm grateful by giving me the invitation. I'm proud to be a son of Riverside and to speak my dialect fluently. I made never the mistake, and I will always be proud to work for the president, knowingly and unknowingly. Wherever he calls me, or even if he doesn't call me, and I got the information, I will be able to display my talent so I can be able to work for the president. I want to say, Pelin, and I'm grateful for giving me the invitation. Thank God that we were able to highlight a few things for Riverside because of time. There are a lot of things we have. Because
Yeah, we hope that over time we'll continue
yeah,
this.
we hope we get more time so we can come by development, all of those things that Honorable Bill Tuawe have introduced in the county parliament of the president, so we can go them bit by bit, and then we'll get into the folder of other presidential appointees that are also from the county. But because of time, we couldn't do that. So I'm grateful for the invitation. God bless you.
All right, thanks ever so much. That's Hilary Mento. He's a prominent son of Riverside County. Well, that's just about it on this edition of the program. A brand new presentation comes on the radio tomorrow. That's when Jack Davis will be right here to bring it to your speakers. Until that time, this is D. Lord Francis Pellet. I'm saying thanks for being there.